NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is the most powerful military alliance in the world. It was created in 1949 after World War II, when Western countries were worried about the growing power of the Soviet Union. The alliance is built around a simple rule known as collective defense. Under Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, an attack on one member is considered an attack on all members. This means that if any NATO country is attacked, the rest of the alliance is expected to respond. NATO originally had 12 members, including the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and several Western European countries. After the Cold War, the alliance expanded eastward, and today it includes more than 30 member states. What makes NATO so powerful is not just the number of countries involved, but the level of integration between their militaries. NATO forces train together, share intelligence, coordinate military planning, and even standardize equipment so their armies can operate side by side. Because of this coordination and the economic strength of its members, NATO remains the dominant military alliance in the world today. Five Eyes. Five Eyes is one of the most powerful intelligence alliances ever created. Its members are the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Unlike NATO, this alliance is not mainly about fighting wars together. Instead, its primary purpose is intelligence sharing. The partnership began during World War II, when the United States and the United Kingdom cooperated on code-breaking and signals intelligence operations. After the war, that cooperation evolved into a permanent intelligence sharing network. Today, the Five Eyes countries share extremely sensitive surveillance information, intercepted communications, and national security intelligence. This level of trust is rare in international politics. Most countries guard their intelligence very closely, but within Five Eyes, information flows much more freely. Because of the scale of their intelligence capabilities, this alliance is often considered the most powerful intelligence network in the world. AUKUS. AUKUS is a security partnership between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The name comes from the three countries involved: AU, UK, and US. The partnership was announced in 2021 and focuses on advanced military technology cooperation. One of the biggest parts of the agreement is helping Australia develop nuclear-powered submarines. These submarines can stay underwater much longer than conventional submarines, and they can operate across much larger distances. But AUKUS also includes cooperation in areas like cyber warfare, artificial intelligence, quantum technology, and undersea surveillance systems. The partnership reflects growing security concerns in the Indo-Pacific region and aims to strengthen military cooperation between three of the United States' closest allies. The Quad. The Quad, or Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, is a strategic partnership between the United States, Japan, India, and Australia. The group focuses on maintaining stability and security in the Indo-Pacific region. Unlike NATO, the Quad is not a formal military alliance with a treaty requiring members to defend each other. Instead, it operates more as a strategic coordination group. The four countries regularly hold meetings and conduct joint military activities, including the Malabar Naval Exercise, where their navies train together. The Quad has gained much more attention in recent years as tensions in the Indo-Pacific have increased, and countries in the region have begun coordinating more closely on security issues. CSTO. The Collective Security Treaty Organization, or CSTO, is a military alliance led by Russia. Its members include Russia, Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. The alliance was formed after the collapse of the Soviet Union as a way for several former Soviet states to maintain security cooperation. Like NATO, the CSTO has a collective defense principle. This means member states are supposed to assist each other if one of them is attacked. However, the alliance is much smaller and less coordinated than NATO. Russia is by far the dominant military power in the organization, and the other members vary significantly in their capabilities. Even so, the CSTO remains Russia's primary formal military alliance, and it provides a framework for joint exercises and regional security cooperation. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, often called the SCO, is one of the largest regional organizations in the world. Its members include China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and several Central Asian countries. The SCO was originally created to manage border security and regional stability issues. Over time, it expanded into a broader security and political organization. Member states cooperate on issues like counterterrorism, intelligence sharing, and regional security. They also conduct joint military exercises. While the SCO is not a traditional military alliance like NATO, it still plays a major role in coordinating security policy across a huge part of Eurasia. Because of the size of the countries involved, the organization represents a major geopolitical bloc, ANZUS. ANZUS is a security treaty between Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. It was signed in 1951, during the early years of the Cold War. The treaty was designed to strengthen security cooperation in the Pacific region and ensure that the three countries would support each other against potential threats. However, the alliance changed in the 1980s when New Zealand adopted policies banning nuclear-powered ships from entering its ports. This led to reduced military cooperation between the United States and New Zealand. Today, the strongest part of ANZUS is the defense relationship between Australia and the United States, which continues to involve joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and close military cooperation. NORDEFCO. NORDEFCO stands for Nordic Defense Cooperation. It includes Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. Instead of being a full military alliance, NORDEFCO focuses on cooperation between the Nordic countries' defense forces. They coordinate military training, share defense planning strategies, and sometimes collaborate on equipment and procurement. Because these countries share similar geography and security concerns, working together helps them strengthen their defenses more efficiently. In recent years, Nordic defense cooperation has become increasingly important as security concerns in Northern Europe have grown. 5 Power Defense Arrangements. The 5 Power Defense Arrangements, often shortened to FPDA, is a defense agreement between the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, and Singapore. The arrangement was created in 1971 after Britain reduced its military presence in Southeast Asia. The goal was to ensure that Malaysia and Singapore would still have security support from several friendly countries. Unlike NATO, the FPDA does not require automatic military intervention. Instead, member states agree to consult each other and coordinate their response if a security threat emerges. The alliance also conducts regular joint military exercises in the region. Even though it receives less global attention than some other alliances, the FPDA continues to play an important role in Southeast Asian security. The Rio Pact. The Rio Pact, officially called the Inter-American Treaty of Reciprocal Assistance, is a defense agreement between several countries in North and South America. It was signed in 1947, and it was one of the earliest attempts to create a regional collective defense system. The treaty states that an attack on one member country in the Americas could be considered an attack on all members. During the Cold War, the pact was intended to help coordinate defense across the Western Hemisphere. Over time, however, the agreement lost much of its influence as countries developed other security partnerships. Today, the Rio Pact still exists, but it plays a much smaller role in global security compared to larger alliances like NATO.